All right, let's talk about some racism for a little bit. Everybody is kicking LeBron James' ass for going to Pat McAfee's show and not a black person's show. And this LeBron versus Stephen A. Smith thing is ongoing. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's going to end. Heated up the other day when LeBron did Pat McAfee's show when the Lakers played Indiana the other day. Pat McAfee's show comes on immediately after First Take. Yeah. Well. After First Take. So this was LeBron just getting his shit off, and boy, did he get his shit off about everything. I'm talking his relationship with Michael Jordan. He went back to the draft being rigged.
You could tell from the way that the hat was sitting that he was on bullshit.
He was on total bullshit.
He had that shit low like this.
That nigga sent shots at Brian Windhurst, Stephen A. Smith, just all of sports media, basically. He went crazy. And there are conflicting feelings on it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Stephen A. then replied on his show. It just doesn't look like this thing is going to end anytime soon. LeBron says Stephen A. has been on a Taylor Swift-like tour run talking about their encounter, which started with Stephen A. saying, I had no intention of ever talking about this encounter up until I heard the Richard Jefferson leak. Then he had so much to say about it. So they've just been going back and forth. I don't know if you guys have kept up with any of it as a whole.
Well, I've tried to. It's ongoing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's ongoing. I watched LeBron, I watched Stephen A., then I watched Stephen A. again. There might be more. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like...
What's LeBron's reason for doing that to Stephen A.? Did he give that reason?
He don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
LeBron doesn't fuck with Stephen A. That part is 100% clear. They don't fuck with each other.
If I'm Stephen A., I want this to keep going.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
Stephen A. Stephen A. selling content.
Nigga, I just got this big contract over here. Yeah, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
In the content game today, yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
You sat there and just told us about niggas shooting at other niggas at the top and all of this. You got the biggest athlete, the biggest brand, biggest star damn near in the world.
It's damn near marketing for you. You telling the label, yo, dog, who could LeBron come out of hiding for to give this much attention to outside of myself? Nobody.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, if you okay with standing in the villain role, which we've seen Stephen A. Smith do countless times, then it don't affect you. It's like academics or you or somebody that don't mind it because the gig is the gig.
It's not like me and it's not like academics because we're independent contractors and we do everything we do for the most part independently.
Got you.
Stephen A. Smith is not that. And let me paint the other side for you.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Stephen A. just got his big contract. Actually, all this shit broke on the same day it was announced that he got his big contract, 5 years, $20 million per. Talk about it now. First of all, let's clap for that.
Clap that up, $100 million.
First of all, let's clap for that. I'm sure a large part of his negotiation was the standing of First Take, the ratings of First Take, and how long they have been number one, and the separation between them and whoever number two is. Pat McAfee, for Stephen A., represents Joe Rogan to me in the Spotify deal. He came in, new way of doing things. They're allowing him to curse. They're giving him the big guests, and the Aaron Rodgers, the other guests that we're not seeing on First Take.
Well, he had them before.
But Aaron Rodgers was his man prior to him even getting that.
He had them before.
That's part of what we said was his leverage.
That's his leverage.
That's his leverage, yeah.
I got something that y'all can't
But it
get.
ain't just Aaron Rodgers. It's Bill Belichick. There's a different caliber and cachet to the guests that are on Pat McAfee versus what we have been seeing lately from First Take. That matters here. That matters here.
Okay.
So now you have LeBron James, who doesn't do this at all, coming to park on the show directly after you for 1 hour, totally unfiltered. What that does for the ratings of what somebody is looking at as your competitor, you don't want that to continue. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't think you
because when you go clap back, and he did clap back, it will never be as loud as, one, LeBron clapping back, and two, a strategic, meticulous, petty LeBron clapping back, because that move with Pat McAfee is a petty move.
Absolutely.
I love the pettiness of the move, but that's a business altering move. It's not just a hey, we chit chatting back and forth.
That's where I disagree.
I disagree too.
You can disagree all you want. It's what ESPN is looking like.
Yeah, but
This ain't- it ain't my
nobody,
call.
nobody else over here could get LeBron out to come out the house and address them.
That's one. And
Nobody.
then LeBron not going to keep going to Pat McAfee. I have my own platforms, 2 of them, where I could keep addressing this nigga every single day, and everybody going to tune in to see what the fuck I got to say to him.
It's not going to be good.
LeBron not going to keep going to Pat McAfee to go back and forth.
LeBron ain't going to keep going nowhere
I
because
know.
LeBron is media. So the one time he popped out to what some would say is your competitor,
Your competitor.
even in the same building.
Yeah, still-
and I made those numbers for the day do something different.
True.
Yeah.
No, that's not good. That's not good.
I think that for
There's no world where that's good.
For that day, it's not good. I think long term it could be good.
There's
No, people
there's
want to hear
also-
Stephen A. Smith's reply.
And
Not that many. Not that many.
And not for nothing, he did.
Hey, I
his-
went on YouTube. The YouTube click hit 1 million in 7 hours
Okay.
for which?
for
Pat
LeBron on Pat McAfee.
Right.
In hour 8, somewhere early. It was at 1 million pretty early. I'm just saying it's tough to compete at that clip.
I think it's-
And if one of the more powerful voices in the world just focus their energy on you solely for the next year because you was talking about my kid, you would have to be a brilliant A-level spin artist to turn that into a positive. I don't see it as good. I don't.
I think it's good too because Stephen A's initial clapback was on his platform.
Exactly.
And
what's
what are y'all
the-
talking about? How could it be good? I just signed my contract. I'm locked in for the next 5 years at $20 million per.
Right.
Whatever I do to the numbers, it don't do nothing to change what I see.
But it does for his show that he owns.
Yeah. So let's just say hypothetically, I don't know his numbers, but let's say
real quick,
and I'm only
'cause
at
I'm looking
200
at the
and some
numbers.
change.
I looked at the numbers. The full episode, LeBron on Pat McAfee, 1.5 million views a day ago. Stephen A. fires back on first take, 1 million views. That ain't that far off, bro. So my numbers is up too.
I don't think it's good.
And his on his show 1.116 million.
So that's my point. So let's say hypothetically Stephen A. Smith is used to getting 400,000. I don't know his numbers. I'm just making up a
Right.
number. And now I got the 1 million because of my beef with LeBron. And I got a mic in front of me twice a day. Come on, bro. Like, you welcoming that.
Absolutely.
And I think ESPN may be welcoming that.
of course,
ESPN gonna welcome all of it.
ESPN is universal.
You also potentially run the risk of isolating, or not isolating, but burning the bridge to some of the relationships that you so covet in the league.
That's a different argument.
Yeah, that's-
but
It's not a different. I hate when you do that. Don't do that. It's the same argument.
but those I disagree.
My question is
I'm
the
answering you.
risk worth the reward?
I'm gonna answer you. I think that
That's my question.
it's potential
I think
you
it might
burning
be.
the bridge with this one particular person, but you also could be the mouthpiece for a whole bunch of people that had your same exact sentiment.
I was scared to say something.
True, but they're scared to say something.
I know. So now you
Oh,
speak
now
up
you're
for
not.
them, so
Maybe
you
now
ain't
you're not,
necessarily
So then
burn the
don't tell
relationship.
me that you echo my mouthpiece, because that's not support. The nigga that's standing back there that feel the same way I feel that won't talk, that's not support.
But it's not a bridge that got burnt. It's a bridge that might have been, yo, you
And I'm
right,
only
my nigga.
bringing that up because the rumor circulated shortly after that there are certain NBA players that were standing against Stephen A. Smith. Like that rumor went out.
possible.
I'm not just throwing shit at a wall.
It's possible. I'm sure
That could be true.
I'm sure
But now, if that's true, you think the opposite could also be true? That there were certain
Well, no,
NBA
we-
players who will now fuck with Stephen A. Smith now that the
Well,
line
no,
is
when
drawn.
you say opposite, I look at it the other way. There will be certain media members. That's what I'm seeing now. A war being inflicted between certain media sportscasters and media members and people that cover the NBA and actual NBA athletes that are media. Because that's the other side of this too. LeBron James is media.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Draymond is
He
media.
is. They media. So
Not the same kind of media though, be clear.
They headed there.
It's media. Media's media.
They headed there.
If I'm around the clock journalistic media 24/7 damn near with Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James pops out for his show for a couple months a year, it's not the same media.
It is the same. That reminds me of, for me, that reminds me of Dub B 20 years ago telling me that the rapper with the hot ad lib will always beat the rapper with a hot verse. Because the hot ad lib is just a hot ad lib. It's power. It's just a quick line, and the fans know the line, and it's, oh shit, we got 30 billion fans screaming an ad lib, and you just sitting there rapping good. Rapping good ain't gonna get 30 billion fans. Yes, Stephen A is him in his world. LeBron James saying anything, Drake saying anything to anybody, like it's media is media.
Yeah, but all right, use your Drake example.
I agree with that.
Use your Drake example though.
Drake
Like,
sitting
when Drake-
down
when
one
Drake-
time with Aiden Ross is media.
Cool, but Joe, stick to that example.
Go ahead.
Use you for example.
Don't
you
use
say,
me.
no, I have to.
Right,
You
fine.
you say it's up when you and Drake engage.
Oh yeah, no, it's up.
So that's what from the Stephen A side. I got LeBron to engage, my nigga. It's up.
Well,
I want
well-
that to be up.
Well, that's why I didn't want to use me and Drake, because him and LeBron, they're saying that we haven't fucked with each other for, well, maybe that's you, me and Drake.
You and
Yeah,
Drake.
yeah,
I've been
it's-
saying
it's
y'all
really
don't
the
fuck
same
with each
shit.
other.
It's
I kept telling you, y'all don't fuck with each other
The
like that.
way LeBron did that interview was Drakish.
They just make it sound like it's been 15 years.
Bro,
and
if
nobody
Drake
has
gets
known.
on,
I don't feel like that about
if Drake
Drake.
gets online
been
tomorrow,
10.
it might
Yeah,
not be the
yeah.
same.
Same
but
shit.
if Drake gets online tomorrow and a huge part of his 1 hour interview is 25 minutes of it is directed at Joe Budden, you welcome that. You definitely welcome that. If 25 minutes of his 1 hour interview is basically headed
No matter good
Exactly,
bad,
I agree.
your way, he's addressing you. You want that.
Boy,
It's up.
I know you're gonna come in here like, hey,
Paywall next
Oh, yeah.
episode, nigga.
What?
Pay per view.
Absolutely.
And
We
he-
make sense, my nigga.
Well, I'm not saying you're not.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I don't have a horse in the race.
No, I'm just saying.
And I'm not saying that
And
you don't
on
make
the
sense.
reverse.
I'm just throwing shit at the wall.
Are you standing on the side that Stephen A should stop because he was the antagonizer in the situation?
I think they both should stop.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
you're speaking
I
more
agree.
from, like, I understand where LeBron's coming from. That's his son. Stephen A been antagonizing the situation. So as you,
I think for Stephen A to
should
say, yo, I was never going to talk about this, but then I heard the Richard Jefferson clip, I do agree that he's been on a run talking about it. On the flip side, I understand going on a run to talk about the biggest guy in the world.
Let's not do the flip side. Let's talk to you as a person, as a fan of these individuals, as a supporter.
I think this is an unnecessary crash out from Stephen A. It's not, even if
That's
LeBron
how I
is crashing out also, it's not going to be looked at that way.
New Joe Budden.